Arsenal 2-1 winners as they get the full 3 points at home thanks to the victory over Wolves. I mean, easy first half, but thanks to that goal at the end, things got a little bit nervy for Arsenal.
Yeah, it should have been a lot easier for them. I didn't see all the. I'll be honest, I didn't see the end of the game because I came in for our live Real Madrid game, which was a cracker.
Yeah.
Was it? But you know, I saw certainly in the first half. I thought Arsenal were brilliant. I mean, Wolves are not by a long shot. They're not the worst team in the Premier League. They play some good stuff. They're well organised. They try to double up on the wide players, particularly on Bukayo Saka. But what impressed me more with Arsenal, particularly in the first hour, their football, the 6-0 against Lens, they dug it out at Brentford last week, played some really good football in this game, scored two lovely goals, particularly the second. But what impressed me more was, I don't think I've seen a team struggle to get out of their own half for as long as Wolverhampton did. It seemed to me for 20 minutes, it was wave after wave after wave. And it wasn't all Arsenal possession. When Wolves won it back, you could argue now that Arsenal are as good as Man City at winning the ball back. Not the whole package, but at winning the ball back. They were absolutely brilliant. When Wolves got it, they were so high up, they just smothered and pressed. And Wolves could not get out their own half, so it just kept coming back and it coming back and it kept coming back. I thought, once again, Rice was excellent. Odegaard pulled the strings. The wide players gave them the width they wanted. Yes, they made it more difficult than they should have in the second half, but it has been a really good week for Arsenal.
Let me say, this was 2-1, and maybe, yes, it was a nervy finish, but this was as good an Arsenal performance as I've seen.
Really?
I thought they were outstanding.
Yep.
And listen, 2 goals, but between the width of a post on a couple of occasions and maybe the length of a stud and a couple more, it could quite easily have been 6. I really thought Arsenal was simply outstanding. And then you get 2 goals up. I have no problem with you trying to manage a game at that point against, as Craig said, a very good, or a good Wolves team. So coming down to the end, and yes, my only complaint is Zinchenko trying to overplay in his own box, caused them concern. There was a point probably just before Wolves scored, 81st, 82nd minute from an Arsenal corner. Wolves break, and at one point it looks like about 4v4 Wolves players against 2 Arsenal players. And before you look up, all 10 outfield players are goal side of the ball. All 10 of Arsenal's outfield players are goal side of the ball. And all Wolves can do is just kind of come back around. And I thought, at 2-0 up, as it was at the time, over 80 minutes gone on the clock, that entire team showing that effort to get back and defend and to deal with a counterattack, I thought it spoke absolute volumes about how good Mikel Arteta has his team playing.
In contrast to the United discussion we just had about a lack of appetite to track back, there was one incident in the first half first half, Zinchenko loses the ball on the halfway line, and Wolves pick it up, and they're down there. Martinelli sprints almost the whole left side of the field, all the way back to the corner flag. Shields gets his body in there, wins the ball back, gets his side a throw in. The crowd are on their feet, and I think, as Shaq said, that just it was exemplified this work rate. And without the work rate, there will be no title. It's not talent alone is not going to do it. And we know City and Liverpool and others work their socks off. This Arsenal side is starting to play the football we know they can play, but boy, they work as hard as anybody as well.